trust Him.
Somebody help me sing something good.
Something good
is about
to happen for you.
Come on, go ahead and get ready.
Get ready, get ready.
Something good.
Something good is about to happen.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Felicia, and we are back with another episode of the You Can Change podcast. It's your girl Felicia, and PK is in the back doing some recording and all of that stuff. So y'all, we have a special treat for y'all today. So on the show today, we have King Malachi.
Salute.
And we got Krazy Obilla, the legendary Krazy Obilla from Orangeburg, South Carolina. How y'all doing today?
Excellent. What's happening?
What's up? All right, I'm so grateful and thankful and appreciative that you guys decided to come on the You Can Change podcast. So today, I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys about expanding your brand, because I know how much that you guys' brand, it means a lot to you guys. And the purpose of the You Can Change podcast is to basically bring people on to cause them to open up their eyes and let them know that there is more to just that one situation that they are in, you know, and that they can use their gifts to expand more than just one particular aspect in their lives. Like, you know, you can be an entrepreneur, you can be in the music industry and still be an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. And I feel like with you guys' background, you guys can, you know, encourage us and inspire us to expand our gifts more than, you know, basically what I'm saying is basically not putting caps on ourselves and expand beyond what we are doing right now. So so can you please tell me who you are, King Malachi, where you come from, what you do, stuff like that?
Well, I'm from Orangeburg, South Carolina. I'm a singer, songwriter, rapper, actor, producer, you know, producer in the sense of a word of like not necessarily playing the instruments on the song, but the orchestrator. I have a clothing line, a brand called Malachi.
Yeah.
They can find me most definitely at leadmedesign.com. I got my name up in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm pretty much like, you know, a real staple in Atlanta as far as like the underground artist. One of the first artists to have ringtones in Atlanta. One of the first artists who wasn't on radio actually, you know, taking care of a family, making a living off the music.
Absolutely.
You know, sold thousands and thousands of CDs. You know, I took all of that to branch off into my clothing. And I started my clothing line, and that was around 2009 or 10, somewhere around there. So it's been a minute since I've been pushing Malachi brand. Also was pushing a line called Carolina Hustle at one time. And so, you know, I was in the Tupac movie, All Eyes on Me, in the jail scene. And I've been in a few other movies as well. I'm just, you know, out here striving to keep spreading the brand, keep finding different ways to cross-market myself, and to just keep expanding. But what I would like to say is, for anybody out there who's listening, you know, a lot of times people want to do things that they see other people doing, making money. I don't necessarily move like that. What I do is, you know, I move by the spirit of how I feel at the time. And I watch others, I see what they're doing and what I possibly can do. But I feel like the best way to be successful is be successful at one thing first, then build to the next step. Then build to the next step. Then build to the next step. Now you got different people who striving to do 4, 5, 6 things at one time. Everybody do what they got to do. I just feel like for me to be successful as I'd like to be, I have to laser focus my vision and then just next step and add and add and add so that nothing falls off or is loose. Concentrate the energy into a place, you feel what I'm saying? And open up a portal. So when you open up that portal, like let's just say right now, when I go to the next level of my artistry, right? And like really just crazy killing radio, etc., right? More popularity. Let's say I want to open up a restaurant. Day one, I open that restaurant because I'll be that much more famous and popular. It'll make it so much easier for people to come through, support that, and for it to pop off the rip versus somebody who might not be as popular, who taking a traditional standard way of going about that same business. It may take them a lot more time to build their name up and to get notoriety for people to trust their brand, to come eat whatever food they're selling. So once I'll give you an example. You had Shaquille O'Neal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Famous basketball player.
Yeah.
Him being solidified as a basketball player, even though he's not a great rapper.
Right.
He was an okay rapper.
Oh, yeah.
But because he was so great at basketball, he sold 1 million records. Rapping.
Yeah.
Smell me?
Yeah.
But if he would have just, with his rap skills, approached rap first. Another thing I'd like to mention is
Go ahead.
you'll be successful if you do what you're great at first.
Yeah.
First.
Say that again, because like a lot of people feel like it's like they feel like once they start something and they don't work out the first time, they feel like they gotta go chase after something else.
Right.
But it's like you never know, that first risk that you take could be that first risk that'll take you to the millions, you know? So it's like I'm thankful that you said that.
Everybody gamble different.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm one of those type of people that I don't like to gamble if I don't see the win.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
If you see me gambling, I already know I can win.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going, I'll try this out. No, I'm not trying it out, because the way I approach things is, if you got to take care of a family, you have children, you have a lady, etc.,
Yeah.
and these are people you're responsible for, you can't go out there just loosely gambling,
Yeah.
you know, with your skill set.
Yeah.
You go out there with what you know you can do. So if you're building houses and you know you're great at that, plumbing, whatever it may be, cutting hair, whatever, do what you're great at first. Knock that out the park. Then it'd make it so much easier for you to do the next step.
Absolutely. So Krazy Obilla, can you chime in on what King Malachi was talking about?
So, I agree with everything King Malachi was saying.
Yeah.
You know, like he said, like, you know, he'll look at what somebody is doing, and it might be different. You know, he might find a different approach,
Yeah.
or a different way to do things.
Yeah.
So, me and Malachi, like, you know, we real close,
Yeah.
but we got different ways to approach things.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Some of the things he said is like my way too. Like
Yeah.
the way I do things too. We
Yeah.
got a lot in common.
Yeah.
That's why it's so easy for us to make things happen. See
So
me,
yeah. Go ahead.
what you about to say?
Oh no, I was about to say. So, do y'all really believe in the thing of? And I'm not just talking about like on the romance level, but you know, as far as friendships and being family concerned, like, do y'all believe in mixing business with pleasure or
No,
no?
nah, you can't do that. It's only like if you with a woman, right?
Yeah.
And that woman is very supportive, and she understands business, and she understands
Yeah.
sacrifice and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Then, you know, it's cool to mix her, but to a certain extent. She can't know everything.
Yeah.
She can't be involved in everything. You got a screwdriver and a wrench for a reason.
Yeah.
The screwdriver can't do the job of the wrench. The
Yeah.
screwdriver got to play the role it got to play, because it was made for a different, you know, situation. So, you know, that's just what it is, though. But like Malachi was saying, though, if you work on what you good at, not what you want to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't even about what you want to do either. I'm gonna say this part because you know, you got a lot of people who be like, oh, I want to do hair, I want a nail salon, I want to like, I want to do this and do that, right?
Yeah.
So I want to do that, but you got 1,000 other people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you want to do it just because you want to do it.
Right.
You can't. Sometimes you can't do what you want to do. You got to do what work.
Yeah.
You got to do what work. Like Malachi said, you got to do what you good at.
Yeah.
You got people who could play basketball real good, but they'll choose to go play football because they like the sport better.
Yeah.
You go choose to play football, you taking a risk. We not risk takers. We got to know that this gonna work. Like you said, we got family to feed. We got to know that this gonna work. So when I go out here and I do stuff, like I love rapping. I love being a rapper. I was not a people's person.
Yeah.
I don't even like to talk to people.
Yeah.
I was real antisocial. People barely heard me talk.
Yeah.
So when I realized I had to talk to sell records and I had to talk to make this and that happen, I had no choice but to talk. Then I ran into the clothes business.
Yeah.
Malachi was really the one who introduced me to the spot that I was going to.
Yeah.
Getting the clothes in Atlanta. Because I had needed some stuff for a photo shoot one
Yep.
time. And he took me and showed me where to get it from. And I was like, dang, you know, this stuff this cheap. I can come and get this stuff and take it to South Carolina and sell it. I actually got locked up for it before I even started selling it. But when I got locked up and I heard the judge say this stuff worth this amount of money and this amount of money and stuff like that, I said, oh man, I'm really about to sell it now. Man, when they let me out of Aiken County Jail, I even came home to Orange, bro. I hit a U-turn and went right back to Atlanta and got some more of the stuff, broke the law again. Came back, I started selling the stuff, and I realized that I was real good at selling that stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I was getting $1,500 a show, you know, doing shows off of the Rob Atlanta song.
Yeah,
Man, when I did that, I started getting $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 a day.
Yeah, a show.
A day.
Yeah.
So, even though I love music, I had to focus on what was winning, because I got kids to take care of, I got bills to pay, I got an image to, you know, I got to get my image right.
Yeah.
I got to have a vehicle, I got to be able to get around. You can't do nothing without a vehicle. You can barely pay your phone bill and stuff like that.
Oh,
that little $1,500 show was going back into promo and bills.
For sure.
Bills about $1,500 by themselves.
For sure, yeah.
So when I realized that was working more than my music was working, I had to take a break and work on that. And I ended up with a clothing store. I ended up with a club. And you know, the Rob Atlanta song had made me real popular.
Yeah, it took you all the way to the BET Awards.
Yeah, it made me real popular before I opened a club and a clothing store.
Yeah.
Opened a clothing store and I started making double what I was making selling the clothes out my car.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Now, to prove my point about being really good at something first, remember I was talking about, okay, I'm going to laser focus my energy into this, and then I'm going to go to this next step.
Yeah.
Do you think that you would have sold the clothes and stuff you were selling like you were selling if you wasn't as popular as you was with the music first?
Right, I got popular with the music first.
Yeah.
Even though the music wasn't making me a whole lot of money, the moment I realized that I can take my popularity and make a whole lot of money with these clothes, I said, you know what? I make more money with my popularity. I took my popularity and used it as a tool.
Yeah.
And my clothes started going crazy.
Yeah.
I opened up a club, right? It was called a Pop-Out. Pop-Out I never had a dry night. I had packed nights every time. Because people love to say, I bought this from Krazy Obilla. Just because they got it from me, it felt good. It felt more like a souvenir to them. So, you know, I was making so much money. I don't want to say the amount I was making.
Oh, yeah, you ain't got to do all that.
You know what I'm saying? I was making it every day.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy. So it really changed my life. So if I want to go and do music now, I could take it to a whole nother level. I don't need no CEO now. I don't need nobody now. All I need is the DJs to play the song, and whatever it takes for them to play the song, all they got to do is let me know, and we can make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't need no CEO or no label behind me. I can create it on my own now.
Right. So that follows into my next question I was going to ask both of y'all. Do y'all believe it's better to be an independent artist or a dependent?
For me, it's according to how you built.
Yeah.
If you're a really business-minded kind of artist, independent would be better. But if you're not really business-minded and you're really I just like to rap. I just like to sing. I really don't know a whole lot about the business. You know, I just want to show up and sing at my show. You need to be a part of a label situation because you're not going to do all that work outside of that it takes to push you where you need to go. So really, you're just going to be a great entertainer, and people are going to be like, Dad, why didn't you pop? Why didn't this? Because you just focused on the art.
Yeah.
You love the art. So you need to get with somebody who love doing business. Y'all come together and push forward.
For sure. What about you?
If you don't got no drive, and you don't understand sacrifice, and you don't understand, you don't know nothing about the business.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
But you gotta have a drive, and you gotta be willing to sacrifice time.
Absolutely.
You gotta be ready to lose your girlfriend. You gotta be ready for your kids to be mad at you because you gotta be around. You gotta be ready for that.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you don't understand that, you need to sign to a label.
For sure.
But if you do understand that, and you ready for whatever, I think independent is the best way.
And honestly, even if you get with a label, you're going to have to understand that. Because you're going to still have to be away from your lady. You still going to have to be away from your kid. Because they got promo tour for you to do. You got to be at this interview. You got to be in the studio till the wee hours of the night. Then you got to get back up to be at the Breakfast Club at 6 in the morning. You got to be over here to so-and-so. You run it. The artists who just like, you got to pull their hand. See, the thing is, you don't have to be the most talented person in the world. But one thing you gotta have for sure is drive.
Yeah, you don't got that drive, you might well.
You ain't got the drive, man. You might as well just chill out and do something else.
Yeah, you might well give people part ownership of your situation because they the ones who gonna be running around like a chicken with their head cut.
I'm not even investing in that artist if they ain't got the drive. I'm not gonna take my hard-earned money and invest in an artist, so I gotta keep grabbing them by the hand. I gotta make sure they at the studio. They need to be calling me like, don't we supposed to be at that interview at 4, right?
So basically what you're saying is they gotta be on it.
You know what I'm talking about? That's what's gonna make me want to keep investing.
Yeah, for sure. Like y'all are just flowing into my questions because I was just finna bring up drive because I feel like I was just about to ask y'all like, what is the one thing that drives y'all the most to want to do this music? Like a lot of people say it's their relationship with God. A lot of people say it's the connections that God has given them. Like what do you think? What do you guys think is the one thing that drives you guys the most to want to expand your brand?
My initial drive for doing music, cause like when I was singing in the choir in church, and my mom wanted me to do it.
Yeah.
Like let's say, because at that time it wasn't cool to be singing, all that in the church. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if I seen a girl, whoever that I thought was real pretty or something from school or something, I might duck down, like you know what I'm saying? I might duck, like you feel me? I don't even want to be like, you feel me?
Yeah.
But once I was in a group and had a group. And we performed at the Miss Expo pageant at OW. This is my first real major talent show, right? And it's like all the prettiest girls in school at the Miss Expo pageant, right? So it was just like really, me and my partners in there wasn't even known for singing, right? But me and one of the guys was real popular in school, right? So it was like, this was at a time where everybody wasn't trying to be an artist, so it was real special. So we was doing this song called, an old song like from back in the day with my mama and them, right? Called Always and Forever, like when my mama was young, you feel me? And the song goes like, always and forever, something like that, right? And so all we did is we started 3-part harmony to show you what gave me my drive. We started it like, 3-part harmony. One dude said, hey, the next person said, hey, every day. All we did was, hey, and the girls were screaming so crazy. They was going crazy. They was going crazy. And I had an epiphany in my mind. I was 14, and I remember like yesterday. They were screaming, and it was like they were screaming, and it almost like, it sort of like went into a fade, and I was just hearing myself, and I was saying, I'm gonna do this the rest of my life. And here I am, still doing that. That was my initial drive. Now, as you get older and you start having baby mama, kids, and all that, then it become about financially securing the bag and positioning your family for generational wealth. So I have that initial drive. I have the drive I just told you about the financial goal. And my other main drive is because I want to be one of the greatest to ever do it, period. I need, when I pass away, I need my name to come up with Bob Marley. I need my name to come up with Tupac. I need my name to come up with Michael Jackson. I need my name to come up with Barry White. Whoever, you know what I'm talking about? Period. So that's the drive, like, you know what I mean? And so at any given moment, any different thing could trigger that drive. Make me be like, all right, my money ain't where it need to be, but I'm getting notoriety and fame and people checking for me. But I'm like, now I gotta get that bag. I need my bag. like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 'cause like, you know, when your money messed up, that causes your feelings to be like, oh, no, I gotta get this money. Like, nah, my attitude all messed up. My bag ain't
could
right.
have looked at me crazy or just been like, Dad, what's going on? Like, what's popping? Like, we ain't seeing you, this, that, and the third. And it ain't adding up to them. They like, Dad, the money ain't looking like what it's supposed to look like and all that. I'm like, hold up, my kid looked at me real crazy. Like, let me turn up for my kid. Turn up for my kid. You feel me?
Yeah, so Krazy Obilla, that's the same question I asked for you.
What made me get like I had to do it? First off, I ain't wanted to be no rapper. I didn't like rap music. None of that. I had like R&B music growing up. But I watched my brothers rap. I seen situations they went through. And in my head was, why they ain't blew up yet? Let me start rapping. I was sitting in the jail cell. I was on a 100-day lockdown. They was trying to hurt me in prison, and I just went crazy, and it led to us getting on a 100-day lockdown.
Yeah.
So I wrote my first song in prison. It was an R&B song, my first 2 songs. Then I just started writing rap songs. So by the time I got to the 100-day lockdown, I had 300 songs.
Oh, wow.
But in my head was, I'm not gonna be a rapper. I'm just writing this to kill the 100-day lockdown.
Yeah.
So, when I got out the lockdown, now I'm rapping with the inmates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm rapping with them. They in the dome, they beating on the lockers. You know what I'm saying? They got the toothbrush, they got the sock in the locker and stuff, making it sound like bass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We in there rapping. So, boom. They started learning my song. They was like, dang, he remind me of Boosie or somebody. I didn't know who Boosie was at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking he from Charleston, because there were mostly Charleston people saying he remind me of Boosie.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I heard them reciting my lyrics and stuff, it was like, dang, like they singing my song. Like they know the words to my songs.
Yeah.
All I did was rap them back here. When I came home, I tried to get a job because I had a newborn son. Nowhere wouldn't hire me. They wouldn't hire me simply because I used to be a gang leader with over 2,000 people in my gang. And it's because of my felonies and stuff. So I couldn't get a job nowhere, mainly because of that gang tag that they had on me. Everywhere I went, they turned me down. I sat in loves and cried like a baby because I couldn't get a job to take care of my child. I ended up going back to prison for violating parole. They told me ain't no need for me to show up if I ain't got no money to pay my restitution and stuff. So I violated parole, went back to prison. Went back to prison 3 more times.
Dang.
When I got out of prison, my baby mama had done left me for somebody who had more money than me. I ain't had no money. I was broke. No car. I was like bum status. You know, when I got to walk past, see my baby mama riding in the, in the car with the big nice rims, and I got to see her in the car, and I'm looking like I got her tattooed on me. I love her.
Yeah.
I got to get on my. That's the only way I'm, keep what I got. Get on my. So, seeing stuff like that just made me want to make music. So I started making music about everything I was going through, all the way down to my baby mama said I never make it. She must be fooled, man, that stupid she must be crazy. I used to love her, but she loved me for that money, nigga. Man, I was jealous of the fact, but it made me bigger. So I started rapping about everything. I'm talking about everything. If I felt start worried about somebody in the streets, I'd rap about them, say their name and all, and it just started making me go crazy. So my thing is, people kept downing me. They wouldn't let me in. They only let Columbia and Charleston artists in. They don't want no Orangeburg artists on their showcases. I had to devo my way into it, the negative way. So, excuse me. So,
good.
Yeah, excuse me. So, I had to do a lot to try to get to where I was trying to get to.
Absolutely.
So many people were trying to stop me, and I was the type of person that if you try to stop me, I always felt like I had something to prove. If you try to stop me, I'm going to show you. You can't stop me.
I'm going to show you. I swear for Lord. I swear to God.
I'm going to show you. You can't stop me.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to be a rapper, but you had so many people rooting for me, like, man, keep rapping, we love you. Keep rapping, we love you. I was one of the first artists in Orangeburg that had the whole crowd was reciting my lyrics. And they wasn't reciting one song, it was more like 10 songs. So every club I go to, everywhere I go to, they saying my song word for word.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, it was like people was begging me to keep going. You got to bring out more music. We need to hear more music. You got to do this. You got to do that. So every time somebody down me, you ain't going to be in life. You gonna die before you turn a certain age. This, that. You ain't gonna never make it in the rap game. You a whack rapper.
Yeah, for sure. They always do that.
I showed him. I just felt like I had to keep going. Then, you know, my other son was born.
That's what's up.
I said, I had done gave up on rapping kind of.
Yep.
I said, man, I gotta really figure this life stuff out because I ain't making no money.
Right.
My other son was born, and when they locked me up and said I held him as a human shield, they had me front page of the paper.
Oh, wow.
I said, man, it seemed like every time I go through something, I make a song about it.
It blow up.
Take off.
Yeah.
Like, I got snitched on by one of my family members. They came to me with a wire on, and I made a song about that family member, and I named it after the person. The person was popular, and the song took off. The police made me take it down, because the person was a confidential informant. But I said, I'm locked up again. There's over 100,000 comments about me holding my child as a shield. I'm going to beat this charge, because it was a lie.
Yeah.
And I'm going to drop a song about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I did, and I got over 1 million views.
Oh, wow.
And then I dropped Rob Atlanta, and Rob Atlanta made me big.
Yeah.
But I had to do it because so many people was down on me when they saw that stuff on the newspapers and stuff. They were saying, oh, it's over with for him. You know, he ain't gonna never make it.
Yeah.
He a weak rapper. This, that, all this and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I said, hey, I just gotta show him. I just kept telling myself, I gotta show him. I gotta show him. I gotta show him. I gotta show him.
Yeah.
And then I made it all the way to the BET. But I ain't got no award and nothing. I wasn't on TV and nothing.
Yeah.
I made it to the radio room and I was invited there. I didn't win on my own.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing like, oh, BET going down in LA. I'm going to BET.
Yeah.
They invited me to Sirius XM. They invited me to the Breakfast Club. They invited me to BET. I was in the radio room with Chris Brown and Gucci Mane and Young Dolph and all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, people kept downing me, telling me I was gonna never be nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just had to prove to them I'm gonna be something.
Yeah, and you're doing a good job with it too.
Appreciate it.
You're really doing a good job. So my last question for you guys, before we get out of here, is where do you see yourself going in the next 5 years? Both of you guys.
Next 5 years, I see myself as a multi-millionaire. I see myself probably with about 200-300 acres of land. With a community on it, not just me with some big stupid mansion. No, I'm talking about with agriculture on it. You know, I want to put myself and my family and my community in a position where we don't even need store for real. Like we growing everything, watermelons, rutabagas, the whole lot. Because just the way I see America going right now, and I see the dollar depleting. I'm just like, it's just not looking good. And when I live in New York right now, but I'm from here. But it's like. When I saw when them trucks wasn't coming through, and the owls was getting light and all of that, you know, I was like, no, I gotta get right. I gotta make sure if nothing else, I don't want my family and my people to be starving. You know what I mean? I can't eat these chains. I can't eat no Bentley. I can't eat none of that. You know, so it's like I want to be in position where, you know, even if the money fails, I got land. Fresh water, fish on my land, crops on my land, and a crew of people out there working. Yeah.
So for you, Krazy Obilla?
Well, see, like, I done stacked up so much money in the past 3 years. I'm trying to, I've been searching for like, something like a franchise I can invest in. One that'll accept me, because you know some franchises ain't gonna accept because of your background. They don't want, like let's say a McDonald's. They don't want you buying into their franchise if you got a bad. Let's say if you got rape on your stuff. They don't want nobody representing their brand who done got locked up for rape or some crazy stuff like that. So you know, my charges and stuff, it can stop some of the franchises from letting me buy into their brand. So right now I'm working on that, and I'm working on that so I can go to the next things like buying houses and buying land and stuff. Like, you know, right now everything's already in process. We already took the steps to try to make it to where we done figured it out. We know what to do. We just don't know exactly how long, but 5 years is a long time from now. So I assume like in the next year or two, everything's gonna be way different. Like from what we is right now today. Because 3 years ago, I was sleeping inside my car. With a big song out. With my song was everybody had knew me
Yeah.
my song.
Thank you for saying that, because a lot of people get it misconstrued. They feel like once you make a big song, they feel like you still don't be struggling. But a lot of people, I know for with Tyler Perry, and correct me if I'm wrong, the background story on this, but Tyler Perry was broke and he was sleeping in his car and he saved up, I believe it was $12,000 for a play. Nobody showed up for that play. Now he's like one of the biggest billionaires in America. So I appreciate you for, keeping it real and saying that. And I feel like that's why a lot of people get misconstrued about the music industry. And one more question I wanted to ask you guys, and I'm sorry for cutting you off. You go ahead and finish it. But do you guys, because a lot of people in the industry, they do this for a look. They don't do it for like the charity of it. So like, do you guys like do this for a charity or?
I do it for the well-roundedness of it all. I do it to financially empower myself. I do it to make history, and I do it to be able to position other people that I have love for, be able to feed them, give them jobs, etc., so that they can feed themselves and do their own thing, and we keep growing, expanding, and keep reduplicating that process.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Expansion.
Yeah.
Everything Malachi just said,
Yeah.
I swear that's every reason I do it. Yeah, everything he just said.
Word.
Yeah, I do it to make history. I do it to create generational wealth. And I do it for money too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I promise you I didn't want to be no rapper.
Yeah.
So,
And I also, when I'm in different cities, I feed the poor.
Oh yeah.
So,
That's
I'm
what it's
definitely
about. That's what it's
that
about.
life.
Yeah.
I'm definitely about
The
that
charity.
life.
Yeah.
For real.
Like he said, I don't really got, say too much.
Yeah.
I done helped pay for funerals. Didn't even know the people that's dead. Never asked the family for the money back.
Yeah, that's real.
Well, I helped the uncle. He gave me my money back without me asking.
Yeah.
I didn't press him for the money or nothing. I done did so much stuff. I did when I was doing those shows and getting the $1,500.
Yeah.
I also been taking my show money, putting it back into the community, throwing events for the kids, giving them something to do, like stuff like that. Taking kids on the road, you know what I'm saying? Giving them, something to do. Taking them to new cities that they never been to, getting like the 16-passenger van and stuff. Done took a lot of kids school shopping because they ain't had
no money to get no clothes.
Had no money to get no clothes.
Yeah.
I spent $500 on each kid I took.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? I still don't know none of them kids' names right now today. But I took them in the mall with me, put these shoes on like they my child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. I still do that stuff today though. But I kind of slowed down. Yeah. It started making like a lot of parents who started making them jealous.
Yeah. Because it's like, you taking my kid and doing all this, and, that's understandable.
It's like, just even the thought of that, it's like you can't win for losing.
Yeah.
It's like your kid might need some of these things that we may be doing, but then how you get jealous, like, because your kid is excited.
I would feel like that's
being
retarded. Selfish. Yeah.
Right. I done paid light bills. I done help people pay rent and all that stuff. But it ain't nothing that I'm trying to throw it. That's why I ain't really saying no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but when it comes to stuff like that, that's how I feel with Malachi saying. You know what I'm saying? We really about that life. Yeah. Yeah, but we thank you guys for coming on the show, man, and talking about expanding the brand. Is there anything else that you guys want to touch on or speak about? Can you also give us your social medias and, your new singles, all of that stuff?
My new single, Trying to Do Right. I used to be a player, now I'm trying to do right. I got a good woman standing by my side. Yeah, these women want me, but I'm trying to do right. Yeah, I'm out the way since she came into my life. Check that out at Spotify, Pandora, YouTube right now. King Malachi, Trying to Do Right. It's at everywhere where you listen to music. You know what I'm saying? Deezer, all of that. Amazon Music, the whole nine. My social media, IG is King Malachi 1. That's KingMalachi 1. Facebook, King Malachi. Salute.
Krazy Obilla?
Only thing I want to touch on is I wouldn't say stay humble. Yeah. But know when to be humble. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you that you ain't gonna be that you ain't. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that confidence with it. You gotta stay. You can't be too arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And you cannot be worried about what the next man got going on. You gotta focus on what you got going on and stay focused on yours. But I'm gonna tell y'all to look forward to. I got a movie that I'm finna shoot. It's called A Bad Life Make a Good Story. And my first annual Stone Stew Festival is gonna be August the 12th. It's gonna be at the OAC right here in Orangeburg. It's gonna be an all-day event, and I'm gonna be doing that every year. So y'all just be looking for that every year. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Krazy_Obilla. That's Krazy with a K. Obilla, Obilla. Find me on Facebook at JClark, JAYClark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all heard it here first. The You Can Change podcast. Thank you to King Malachi and Krazy Obilla for coming on the show and talking to us about expanding your brand. I wish you guys nothing but the best in your future endeavors.
Peace and blessings.
Peace, y'all. We out.